Hello everyone, this is Dino from Prehistoric Facts, and this is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 220. And we're going to be talking about a pterosaur today, and that pterosaur is Tropeognathus. And so this is an artist rendition of possibly what Tropeognathus did look like. And so I'll go into detail by why it looks like a very similar type of other pterosaur that you might know in another media format a little bit later on in the video, but let's actually get down to some information. Information about Tropeognathus. The name Tropeognathus means keel jaw. Wingspan is 27.1 feet, 8.26 meters. Weight is 100 pounds. Lived 112 million years ago, early Cretaceous period. And fossils are found in Brazil and was described by Wellnoffer in 1987. I hope I pronounced his name right. Wellnoffer, or if it's Wellnoffer from Germany. I mean, who knows? But whatever the pronunciation is. But yeah, so this pterosaur has been around for quite a while in terms of being in the fossil record. And so let's actually take a look at the map of South America here, and you can definitely see this giant yellow country right here. That is Brazil. And so most of the fossils of Tropeognathus that have been found are mostly found in the southern regions of Brazil, and so that's where you're going to find. That's where they mostly found a lot of Tropeognathus fossils. And you can definitely see the size comparisons right here. The top one here is on the of its wingspan, and then you got down here in terms of what it would have been like on all four limbs. And so it's nearly similar in height to the average human female. And so it's pretty close to the height of adult human female. And so, yeah, that's how you. This is a little bit more on Tropeognathus to get to more information. So, more information about Tropeognathus. Tropeognathus belongs to the Enghungeridae family of pterosaurs, so like Enghungera and a couple of other crested pterosaurs belonging in that type of family. So, like more likely having a crest on the beak. That's where you actually see the distinguished feature of Tropeognathus. It's got a crest on the near the end of the beak, and it's got needle-like teeth in its mouth. And so the reasons why it does look like that is because you might have actually have seen a pterosaur in the Walking with Dinosaurs series back in 1999, where you actually see a pterosaur that looks very similar to Tropeognathus, and that was Ornithochirus. Now, Ornithochirus is a very controversial pterosaur in terms of paleontology, of whether or not if it was really that big, but more likely what was being presented in Walking with Dinosaurs with Tropeognathus. It's just that they just changed the name to Ornithochirus because they thought that Ornithochirus at that time, around the late 90s, was to be the biggest pterosaur um, to have ever lived, but that's not true anymore. So the biggest pterosaurs are like say Quetzalcoatlus or Hatzegopteryx, and so those would actually be the larger pterosaurs. But the Anhangarides, those can be pretty large as well. And the environment in which Tropeognathus lived in, it was actually would have been warm and humid, wet and dry seasons more inland. Uh, Tropeognathus would have lived a little bit closer towards, like, say, the coasts of Brazil, and in inland you actually have plenty of trees, ferns, cycads, and flowers, and of course no grass. There was no grass during that time. It would have been plenty of rivers, lakes, ponds, and the ocean. And so the Atlantic Ocean was still in its beginning stages at that point in time, 112 million years ago. And then you got other types of creatures that were around, like insects, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, early avian dinosaurs, or what we know as birds, other pterosaurs, non-avian dinosaurs, which are the true types of dinosaurs that we all know. And in the ocean, you have plesiosaurs, ichthyosaurs and pliosaurs. There was also sharks in there. I forgot about to put sharks in there as well. But yeah, those would have been the animals that Tropeognathus actually did encounter. Let's talk about predators and prey. The prey for Tropeognathus would have been fish and crustaceans. So it can actually go after fish. It can go after, like, say, crabs, or like, say, shrimp, for example, for crustaceans. Those would have been the favorite. Those would have been the type of food that uh, Tropeognathus would have actually eaten. But there were predators for Tropeognathus. Predators for Tropeognathus would have been some theropod dinosaurs. Some theropod dinosaurs would definitely like to make a good snack. It would have Tropeognathus as a good snack to eat, and of course pliosaurs. The last of the pliosaurs would have actually been around. Mosasaurs weren't technically like really big at that point in time. They were in the early stages of their evolution, so those would actually not have been in the oceans that much, because they would have been competing against like sharks and the other pliosaurs and plesiosaurs for that time. But sharks could actually go after Tropeognathus if it did actually like land in the water or land in the ocean and all that sorts of stuff. So like, yeah, those would have been predators for Tropeognathus. Now, the extinction for Tropeognathus would have been mostly due to climate change. The Atlantic Ocean continued to widen, and so Africa was continuing to split away from South America, and so you had larger pterosaurs that were starting to show up, and so some of the larger pterosaurs were able to take up the niche of what Tropeognathus actually was there for the time for pterosaurs, and of course, birds started to diverse a bit more too. So birds, or the avian dinosaurs, did start to diverse a little bit more at around 110 million years ago. And so that's where you start to see a little bit of a decline in pterosaurs, but not totally. Pterosaurs did actually rebound in the late Cretaceous to actually become a little bit bigger. Some of them actually had different type of niches, and of course, that's where you get like Hetzegopteryx and Quetzalcoatlus at the end of the Cretaceous period. So here's a map of the early Cretaceous. This is the best one I could find, but this is 120 million years ago. But 112 million years ago, Africa and South America were probably no longer connected together, and so the Atlantic Ocean would have actually had a little bit of a path, a little bit of a seaway right here to actually have it's a little bit more of a wider range there. But of course, in Brazil, you can definitely see where Brazil would have been for Tropeognathus to live in. And so, yeah, it would have actually been living around the southern regions of Brazil. And it could actually have spread a little bit further. Um, like there could have been like some Tropeognathus that probably did live a little bit further north in South America. There are probably some that probably did make it to Africa, but it's still unknown of what the range of Tropeognathus would have been. And so the next episode would be on Leap Day, February 29th, 2024, and that'll be a Q&A episode. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com. Or go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts and Dinochrist. Like the page here, post the questions in the comment section. Please don't put them on Messenger. Messengers are private conversations. So please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And for you YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel according to my analytics. A lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button. The the more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. But you can also share the videos, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. Feel free to do so. And make sure you hit that like button on every single video that is out there on my channel. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out weekly. And of course, for YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section because I do read them all. All of you that are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube, you guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for the Q&A episodes. That means a lot. And also make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.crest.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads as well. It's the same thing at dino.chris.pf. I'll post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you. Notice for younger people out there, to make sure listen, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have a good education. It's very important to have a good education with a good education and get a good job in the future. And of course, I have to talk about this. March 23rd in 2024, so 30 days from now, uh, will be my next library event at the Marathon County Public Library in Wausau, Wisconsin at 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. And so this would be showing off my collection all over again. And so, but there's going to be new things added to my collection. I can't say what they are. And so there'll be some brand new things in my collection to be shown at this event. So please feel free to. So please, if you got any questions about the event, feel free to ask the questions like in the comment section or on this video, or even like on a Facebook post, or even that way. Please feel free to do so. But yeah, I'll actually post in the community tab of a little bit more information about this event, and so I'll let you guys know more about this event. So it is confirmed, March 23rd, 2024. It's my next library event at the Marathon County Public Library in Wausau, Wisconsin, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.